What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Shop Talk here at 31 Records. This is my record store in Houston, Texas. A little bitty place, but it is all mine. All right, the music in the video today is going to be K. Campbell, Pure Pop for Jaded Punks. This is a tape I just bought today. Shout out to my boy Jacob, who brought in some things for me to pick up. This episode is going to be kind of a different one, man. I'm going to show you guys some stuff that I bought, but I'm just going to talk for a couple of minutes because... Yeah, so I got a question for you guys before we get started, I guess. One, if you need merch for any reason, you need for your band, your business, or an event, please go hit up Dead and Buried Inc. out of LA. They are part of the punk rock community. It is a small business, and they do incredibly high quality work. If you tell them you got sent there through the Punk Rock Review, you'll get 10% off your first order, okay? Two, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 11, 12, 15,000 subscribers now. All right. All that's out of the way. Let's talk about how to conduct yourself if you're trying to sell stuff to a record store owner. All right, I guess it's more like a story, dude. So this guy came in today, or I guess he came in yesterday, and he said, "Hey, man, do you buy records?" And I was like, "Absolutely, I love buying records." And he's like, "I got a stack of about 100 of them. I'm looking to get $5 a piece." And I was like, "Well, that's a lot of money for, like, you know, just bulk records." So I was like, "Well, what have you got?" And he's like, "Well, I've got a lot of he's like, "I got some Elvis and some Beatles." And I was like, "Well, you know, that stuff's pretty kind of everywhere, but, you know, if it's new or whatever, I'll look at it." And he goes, "Well, they're all in fantastic condition. A lot of them have the shrink wrap still on them." And I was like, "Okay, well, what else do you have?" And he's like, "Well, I got a lot of hard rock and heavy metal." And I was like, "Well, now you're speaking my language." And I was like, "You got, like, you know, we're talking like Kiss and Zeppelin, or are we talking like Metallica, Megadeth, and Slayer, stuff like that?" And he's like, "Well, kind of a little bit of everything." And I was like, "Okay." I said, "Well, I can tell you, if you've got what you say you have, I'm interested and will likely buy all of it. Here's my phone number. Call me. I can meet you up at your house or wherever and look at it." He's like, "Well, you want me to bring it to you?" I said, "If you want to, but it's a lot of stuff to move around if I don't end up buying it." Dude gets here today, and I'm running a little late. No big deal. I text him. I'm like, "Hey, I'm on my way. I'm almost there." I get here. He's here. He's in a good mood. I said, "Hey, did you bring all the records?" He's like, "I did." I was like, "Awesome. I brought some cash." We go to his car. As soon as we open up the back of the car to get the records out, I already had a bad feeling. He brought a stack, dude. It was like 120 records. And I could just tell by the spines and the tops of them that they were not in good condition. And I was like, well, at least if there's like some like real good rare classic rock in here or something like that, maybe we'll have something, or if there's some good old Metallica pressings or something. Dude, oh my goodness. So homeboy has probably like 30% of these things are like Elvis albums with like the same songs on all of them. You know how they did back then. New Elvis things got one new track and a bunch of stuff you've already heard, right? Elvis holiday songs, Elvis's movie soundtracks, and then he's got like a Pink Floyd album, maybe like 3 or 4 Rolling Stones albums. He's got a Madonna record, a Michael Jackson Thriller, Janet Jackson Control. Is it Control or No Control? Whatever, that Red Janet Jackson album. You know, stuff that I can sell, but not for a lot of money. Dude, they're all beat to shit. And a bunch of them had like, how do I even show y'all this? Okay. So a bunch of them had where like the top chunk, like this much of it, was warped like a Ruffles chip, dude. And I was like, how does that even happen? So I tell him, I pick out, I think I had 15 that I picked out, and then another little stack of like maybe ones, right? And I said, "Hey man, for these 15, I'll give you $4 a piece, and for this stack, I'll give you $20. You know, up to you." Obviously, he goes, "Oh no! I was saying $5 a piece if you bought all of them." And I was like, "Well, look, man, you also told me you had a bunch of heavy metal, hard rock, and some of it was in shrink wrap." And he goes, "There are some in shrink wrap." And he pulled out 2 records that were in shrink wrap. I don't even know what they were. I think one was an Elvis record and one was something else. And I said, "Dude," I said, "Here, look, let me show you." So I pulled one out and I said, "Here's the issue with the records." And I showed him like the scratches, and I said, These are pretty beat, man. The jackets have all got some kind of damage to them. I said none of them would be in what is considered like lightly used, really good condition. None of them meet that standard. all of these would be in either like some of the discs had like VG to VG plus, but that was only like maybe 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? Most of them were the ones I picked out for $4. They were like VG, but it wasn't anything that I could not find elsewhere for the same price, right? But the jackets were all beat. You know what I'm saying? But I was trying to help this dude out because he drove over here, and so I said, well, look, man, I can't buy all these records for $500 and something, right? I think it was like $600 for everything. I was like, I just can't. It doesn't make any sense. I said I would sell most of the ones that I picked out from you for like $6, $7, $8, and then the rest of them I'd probably throw away. And he's like, what? Throw them away? I was like, yeah, man, you're not understanding me. These are really bad condition. And I said, but I can give you $80 for this small stack of stuff, and you know, I'll take you around and show you some other people that might be interested in some of these other ones. And he wasn't having it. And his wife was pissed at him, dude. I heard her go, just sell them. Like, she wanted him to get rid of this stuff. And I'm gonna be real honest, dude. $80 was more than I should have paid. I should have been like, I'll give you $50 because it wasn't. I was just trying to help the dude, man. My point is that at the end of it, he's like, well, I said, well, I thought you said you had like heavy metal albums and like hard rock stuff, dude. And he goes, oh, well, I can't read, so I didn't know. And I was like, hold on, you're telling me that you can't read and you still looked at a bunch of Elvis Presley albums and told me you had heavy metal records. So my whole point in all this is like, dude, if you're going to go sell stuff to somebody, understand that, at least in my position, I'm going to be very honest about stuff. I know some people aren't, but like, you know, you can't go somewhere and expect to get like close to retail value out of stuff. Like, don't tell people you have one thing and then bring in another. It's a complete waste of my time. I was pretty pissed off when he left. But it is what it is. I had another guy bring in a whole bunch of stuff. I'm about to show it to you, man. And he told me, he's like, hey, I'd like to get X dollars out of all of it. He wanted $380 for the whole tub. And so I pulled out a fair bit of it and I said, here's what I would like out of it. I can give you $160 for this stuff. And he's like, is there any way you can go $200? And I was like, I just can't. I said, I start with my top offer. I don't argue about prices. If you don't want to take the offer, 100% understand. It is your stuff. You don't have to. And he's like, can I think about it for a minute? I was like, dude, take all the time you want. Open offer, man. If this is the stuff you've got, that's the offer I've got. It stays that way. And he walked around for a minute and he came back and was like, I think I'll take the $160. And I was like, cool. And so I zelled him the money. I said, hey, you got a minute? And he goes, yeah. I said, all right. We packed the rest of it up and I said, I'm going to take you to a friend of mine. We went in the back and I left some stuff in here knowing that I was going to get him to my buddy. Stuff that I don't really care about. I could maybe sell it, but I knew my buddy would be interested in it. He deals in like more classic rock stuff, you know. So I took it to my buddy and I introduced them and I came back up here. And yeah, I worked. I'm about to show you what I picked up off the guy because there's a couple of really cool things in there. The reason I'm telling you about this is because about maybe 30 minutes go by and the guy that had all the stuff, he comes back over and he goes, hey, I just wanted to say thank you. He bought all that stuff off me. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. How much did you get out of it? He's like, man, I got $150 off of it. And he goes, so I got, $310 out of what I was hoping to get $380. He's like, that's pretty close. And honestly, I'm shocked he got $310 if I'm honest. But $310's $31, right? That's the universe helping this dude out. But the cool thing is that, like, I don't know, a couple hours go by and my boy Doug comes over, who the other guy that I took him to, and he's like, hey man, thanks for bringing that guy by. We talked and I offered him $150. He took it. We had a pretty good deal. He's like, I got a few good tapes and a couple good CDs and then some good inventory. He's like, thanks. I don't need like pat on the back. It's just rad that we have this little community here, man. And if you got good stuff or even decent condition stuff, we will get your stuff sold for you, man. We will make you some money. But you have to have realistic expectations. I'm making a whole video on what have I learned in the last few years owning a record label and a record store. And now what I would like for you guys to do, if you think about it, if you have the desire, throw me some questions. What is it you want to hear about? What do you want to know about running a label and a record store? Because I'm making a list of stuff. I'll make the video this week. If I need to make a part 2, I can. But this is a hard business. It's expensive and you don't make a lot of money. You have got to do this because you love doing it, all right? I don't ever want to discourage somebody from chasing their dreams because that would have sucked if people did that to me. But I hate to fluff people up and make them think like, oh, this is going to be easy or I'm going to make a ton of money. Dude, I don't make a ton of money. It is not easy, but it is awesome. So, weigh out your your priorities and see, you know, I'd rather make the money I make here and have less stress in my life and then make more money and work for my other job I used to have, right? I hated that place, you know? So, please, let me know in the comments, what do you want to know about running a label and a small business? I'm an open book, man. Let me know what you want to know and I'll tell you, I promise. But I will give you the honest truth. I'll give you the tough with the easy. And, you know, maybe you'll be able to take that information and start up a business or a label, and maybe you won't. Maybe it'll help you open your eyes and go, ooh, I don't want to do that. So, you know, if I can help out in any way, shape, or form, I will. So that being said, let me flip the camera around and we'll look at this stuff I bought from this guy today, and then I'll get you guys out of here. I was so busy yesterday, I didn't even get to do a ShopTalk video. I was really bummed about that, actually. So I put up a live set instead today, but shout out to Beton Arme. They were really fun live. Oh, shout out to Kevin and Robo for coming by. Dudes in Valhalla Cinema came by and dropped a couple bucks on some records. I am going to make a little video for them in a minute. They have a show coming out next week. I think it's Saturday night. Yeah. At Kickback Bar in Houston. It's a free show, but it's a Valhalla Cinema's record release show, so come pick up an album, get them to sign it or whatever. Lonesome Haunts, As We Shiver, Bickley and the Hates, dude. Are you kidding me? That is a solid lineup. Solid lineup for free, bro. But shout out to those guys for coming by and buying some records and support my little tiny business. They got some Before Dawn stuff. Let's go. Some Syndrome 81, Mess. Good shit, bro. Oh, Alligators, the Roger Merritt band. Dude, yeah, dude. But, yeah, those are the homies, man. Valhalla Cinema's the homies. But, yeah, hang tight. I'll switch this camera around. We'll look at some of this swag I got off this dude, right? Okay, so this is going to be quick, I think. I got to do another little video before I go home. First off, this K. Campbell, this is really good tape. I like this a lot, man. I may have to put this up on the channel. All right, I got a box in the mail. Somebody sent it to the Punk Rock Review. So let's open it. It's probably something I'm going to have to review for somebody anyway, so let me show it to you lovely folks. I have a couple of submissions to the channel that I'll be going over this week. I've been so busy, I haven't been able to do any of that in a while, but I got it, man. I got you guys. If you send me something, don't worry, I'll be talking about it. I know there's a couple of CDs, a couple of vinyl releases that was sent to me, so we will be checking that out very soon. Does anybody know who the Detroit Cobras are? They have a CD over here. Look. I'm very intrigued by that. So let me know if you've heard of them before. Should I listen to it? What kind of music is it? I'm curious. All right, sorry. Okay, so Dan Moody sent me this. I know that name. Oh. Oh, yeah, dude. Why do I know Dan Moody's name? Is it? Let's go. Dude, this is a really good record. Oh, I'm so excited to get this home. Oh, shit, dude. Shout out Dan Moody. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, is this something you released? Did you release this, Dan? All right, hold on. Oh, this is awesome. What a rad day. Let's go. Okay. So this is cool. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to read all this stuff, but this is cool, man. Street Rats Records. Check out Street Rats Records, man. If he's putting out all this stuff, dude, Rifle's good too. Cutters, Twisted Teens. Oh, shit. This band Rancor is really good. Obviously, Syndrome 81. Gossip Collar I'm not familiar with, but dude, this looks like a really good crop of releases. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Australian power pop, split vocal duty between male and female singers, 3 guitars, the list goes on. Catchy, poppy, fun. I don't always want a brick wall, you know. I believe a full length is in store for 2025, but there are a few EPs and a split with the Unknowns, also a great band. Dude, I'm going to be checking out The Prize. I'm going to do it tonight on the channel, actually. Heck yeah, that's going home with me, folks. Man, I love my community. You guys are always sending me cool shit. Dude, if you want me to review something or whatever, or if you got stuff you want me to try to stock in my stores, send it to me, man. My address is in the description. Shout out Dan Moody for being a rad dude. Let's see. Sorry, one second. Okay, let's take a look at some of the stuff that I got. I paid about $200 for this stuff. You may think it's a terrible price. You may think it's a great price. I don't know. That's, your prerogative to think of whatever you want. But this CD, Suicide Half Alive, this is like $20 or so. Susie and the Banshees join hands. I'm not sure the price on this one, but I looked up the Suicide one already. But I think this is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of probably 10 or 12, maybe a little less than that even. Nirvana, they always command 10 or 12 bucks. This Led Zeppelin, what is this one called? I'm not a big Zeppelin fan, but it was a really good shape, so I went ahead and picked it up. King Crimson, Earthbound, this one's $15. Some of this stuff will end up on the web store, some of it won't. It takes me a while to put stuff on there because I'm just so busy all the time, but I promise I'm not trying to not do it. Suicidal Tendencies, Freedom, these are all in really good shape too. Strung Out, not my favorite band in the world, but whatever. An American Paradox. Here's the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket. Yes, sir. That was in there. These are the two that I really wanted as far as CDs. A copy of Penis Envy by Crass. I'm not sure the value of this either, but I would say it's somewhere around $15 maybe a little bit more. I don't actually know. I haven't priced it yet. This one here I know is $20, $25 I think is what it was. Sunday Matinee, the best of New York hardcore. Look at this lineup of bands on here. Freaking Bad Brains, Cro-Mags, Agnostic Front, Reagan Youth, Murphy's Law, Sick of It All, Warzone, Youth of Today, Bold, The Mob, Leeway, Underdog, American Standard, Sheer Terror, Judge, Raw Deal, and Urban Waste. That is one of the most stacked compilations I've ever seen on a CD before. Especially talking hardcore. But I believe this was only available on CD and it wasn't available on vinyl or cassette. And I think that might be why it was so expensive. But shoot, dude. Just right here, I've got most of my investment back. Most, not all of it. All right, let's look at these other CDs real quick and then we'll get to the tapes and then I'll get you out of here. How's that sound? I don't often pick up normie music, but on CD I do because people come in looking for CDs a lot more than you would think. Santana, 30th anniversary of, what is this called? Abraxas. I'm not a big Santana fan, obviously. I don't know what this is. Just looked interesting. 2 copies. Ooh, I hate this fucking band. Whatever, though. Fleetwood Mac, Zeppelin, Hendrix, Rob Zombie, Chili Peppers, White Stripes, Outkast, Cradle of Clean, 9 Inch Nails. Well, this is an interview? That's kind of cool. It's a Trent Reznor interview? That's kind of dope. Jay-Z Linkin Park? I don't know. More Chili Peppers. What is this one? Oh, is this the same Zeppelin album as the other one? Yeah, Physical Graffiti. Okay, so it's like a lesser edition. White Zombie, Hendrix, Guns N' Roses, Blind Melon, Rammstein, Tool, Korn, Weezer, Nirvana, and the Rolling Stones. So, most of these... Okay, let's see here. All right. We'll do it like this. Nirvana, Hendrix. I don't know about that one. Let's see. Tool, Rammstein, Guns N' Roses, White Zombie. So this is the way this stuff works, just so y'all know. Cradle of Filth. All of these CDs are probably going to get priced somewhere between $5, $6, $7. Maybe a couple of them will be $8. Most of them will probably average out about $6, right? These here, I know that, well, I don't know about this one, but all these here, I know these are $10 CDs or higher. This one just looks interesting. It might be a $5, it might be a $1 CD. I don't actually know. Anybody know what this is? Artemis? Is that what it says? I don't actually know. Whatever. No, Ridimus, maybe? I don't freaking know, man. I don't listen to that shit. Anyways, so like, you know, we're looking at most of my investment back here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably what, 18 maybe? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 18. Let's see, 18 times 6. What is that? 18 times 5 is 90. Plus 18, that's $108 right here. So then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we probably got somewhere in the neighborhood of about $200 here. About, let's say, $150 there. And I got all these tapes still. So I mean, you know, for a $200 investment, the only problem is that they don't all sell immediately, right? Some of them don't sell at all. Some of them will sit here for ages and ages and ages. So that's the risk that I take, you know? So let's check out some of these tapes. I got some cool ones. All right, let's start with Black Coffee. I'm keeping this one. This is all the homies in my old band, minus me, with Ryan from Liberty and Justice singing. Guilt Party. My old roommate Jaron is right there singing. Pretty good, like thrashy, like dirty hardcore punk. No breakdowns, nothing like that. Not like Knock Loose type hardcore, but like just like hardcore punk. I don't know. More like Union 13 maybe? That might be wrong actually. I don't know. Good shit though. The Key Bumps and Cool Piss split. I don't know what this is, but I liked it. So I'm going to take it home and do a little more research. This might end up back up here, but I want to listen to it, throw it on make a blank tape cassette or something, put it up on the channel or something like that. Along with this K. Campbell. These are going home with me. Okay. I got a copy of the Spice Girls. I don't really know why. Hendrix Woodstock. 2 copies of Vitalogy, Vital, I don't know how to say that fucking word. Okay, so then we got the Eagles. Okay, so then we got Joshua Tree, Never Mind the Bollocks, The Cure, Primus, Janis Joplin. This is really good. The Brass. It's like Oi from up north in New York somewhere. I don't know much about this, but I love the cover art. And it's got a fucking straight up Maxell tape in there. That I might have to take home and listen to as well. Okay, then we got... I don't know what this says. BSOM. Oh, I think this had some people that I know in it. Let's see. This one is, I think, Latin stuff. Hoof Prints. Oh, Alanis Morissette, dude. Come on, bro. That's a straight up banger of an album, dude. Let's just be real honest about that. Jagged Little Pill is a really good record. Let's see. Wait, hold on. Ah! Is this the wrong one? No. Oh, this has got my boy Ramsey in it, dude. That's crazy. Shout out Ramsey Bashara. He's a rad dude. That's cool, man. Life's Rich Pageant, REM, I don't know. Some Girls by Rolling Stones. In Utero by Nirvana. Glup. I think this one has some people I know in it too, maybe. Have no idea. Basque Cask. I don't know what this is either. Anybody know what this one is? Assuming that this one goes here. Dawkins, Dream Warriors, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Single. That's dope. That won't last very long. Beatles, Abbey Road. Prince and the Revolution, Around the World in a Day. Pink Floyd, The Final Cut. Madonna, this one is True Blue. I got 2 copies of Like a Virgin. Fucking Purple Rain. Zeppelin 2. Thriller. Come on, bro. Thriller. And we got Paranoid. Dude, this won't last long either. Okay, so the way I... Oh. And then we got 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine, and Tool's Undertow. Okay. So the ways these are broke down is like this. And this is why I like buying stuff like this. Because I got all these here. These will be $5 tapes, right? $5. These will probably be 6 or 7. These top two, obviously, I don't know. But Joplin will probably be $6. Then we have these here. Madonna. Actually, this Dawkins one might be more. But Madonna, Alanis, Jimi Hendrix Woodstock. These will be Zeppelin 2, $8 tapes. These 3 here, I'm pretty certain are going to be 20 or more. And then I got all these here. Let's just throw Dawkins in here because I think it'll probably qualify to be in this stack. I think these will be probably 10 or 12 bucks a piece per tape. Maybe a little bit more, I don't know yet. I know like Convergence is probably about 15, but let's just say that they're $12, maybe a little less. Let's just say 12 bucks on average. So what we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that are going to be like 6, 7 bucks. We got 3 that'll be 8. We got 6 that'll be 5. Dude, yeah. I mean, so like the investment is worth it, man. Now the problem is like I gotta clean them, test them. The tapes are kind of hard because you can't really test them before you buy them. So I had to look at them, and they looked okay. This Nirvana one's probably going to be a little cheaper because it's not as in good condition as what I would normally carry for Nirvana. So, yeah. But, you know, none of them looked bad. None of them had any mold or anything. That's what you got to watch out for. That's a good bit of information. When you're looking at these, make sure there's no mold on the tape. If there is, you can't fix that. But like this Black Sabbath one's kind of dirty, but it's in good shape. I'll clean them all up, get them priced. I don't know. The prices might be a little bit high on that, so I might adjust them a little bit down. But you know, I price according to Discogs, typically a little bit below the average sold price, typically. So I might be off on some of these, but you know, when you have a store, the prices are a little bit different than online, but they shouldn't be a lot different. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. Yeah, let me know what you want to know about running a business, and I will happily tell you. But yeah, have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.